Now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my fate, cause these eyes ain't got nothing on them. I secured the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing, ooh. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew. Only winning is exception on my crew. Yeah. Ain't no dub, ain't no L. I used to dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, 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 I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, when I hit that. Nature, all is automatic. You fools hurt. Jesus will.
Someone put me out cause I'm on fire. I can't give a about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave.
Damn Kane, you done killed Abel. Unbalanced land trying to keep the people stable. The way I feel, I might it all up. The way you feel, you might do it for the bug. All black, born to be a rebel. After this, I might go and water down the double. Listen to everything around me, I can't see. You picked a dozen roses and left them in Galilee rolling thunder. Don't make my cry, don't let alibi special. I follow shot to realize never give up and coexist. I can't compete. It's all a lot of time to try and go hit it fly. Everybody want a straight answer from media. Keep blind or good heart. It's not hard to find why the people try to define infrastructure right. I got time, infrastructure right. I got time. All to we're talking about your part to protecting the sons and daughters from political slaughter.
Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give up about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave.
Never play by the rules, guess I'm paying my dues. They gon' try to intrude, poison the multitude. They be quick to accuse, when you got different views. Just know you gon' pay the price, based off the item you choose. When it ties in the culture, hit you with MK Ultra. I knew you was a vulture, Holy Ghost get the ushers. No, I can't trust you. Shock you, then now you fluster. Crashing down, I was cluttered. Doing this so subtle, falling out through the rubber. Remember this and jungle, the top I was young and something. The middle gotta stay hunting. Why the rush up for nothing? 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 Agitated illusion, only built for confusion. The institution, modern day execution. Think I know the solution, maybe not should I do. Just put it in the music, just put it in the music.
Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give up about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave. You'll burn out if you jump into the fire. Can you feel it rushing through your veins? Though you make it all that you desire. No ceiling when I never be the same. You burn out if you jump into the fire. Can you feel it rushing through your veins? Though you make it all that you desire. No ceiling when I never be the same. You burn out if you jump into the fire. Can you feel it rushing through your veins? Though you make it all that you desire. No ceiling when I never be the same. I don't know nobody, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team, and we riding on it. More action and no talk, I went quiet on it. Walked in with the whole team, and we riding on
Hey,
it.
I don't be with me so basic. Boy, you the op and your bros hating. All of them fake, I see both faces. Scared of the whip, it's a ghost racing. I knock them down to their cold cases. Marathon run, I'm a slow pace it. They did not want me to go places. Foil plans like the gold place.
And if we pull it up with the whole squad, I get ready to told y'all that you better be running. I'm in my go yard when I walk in, I know y'all telling me nothing. I'm the man, suck it if y'all in denial. I get the chip on them and I bust out the south side. Is that because they got you?
Boy, yo, stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, white diamonds, Miley Cyrus, private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, masterpiece, body, done, hey.
I don't know nobody, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team, and we riding on it. More action and no talk, I went quiet on it. Walked in with the whole team, and we riding on
Hey,
it.
couple of bills up in my pocket. I don't want pausing and wild nonsense. We got momentum, don't try to stop it. Diamonds are clearer than my conscience. I don't let bygones be bygones. That's when I'm honest. Penthouse building, reach heaven's heights. Now that's what you call a God complex.
Remember the days I was down low when it was out cold, but I went out and got it. Look at my milestones, man, it feel like the Dow Jones when you look at my pocket.
Look at the flex, whipping the Teslas. I'm a mess, but it's all a finesse. Boy, yo, stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, white diamonds, Miley Cyrus, private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, masterpiece, body, done, hey.
on the ground. Game on, it's about to go down. A juke can shake it all up. My moves make 'em run them up. I'm lit so you know what's up. I got the party going up. A champ with the crown is here. I'ma win anywhere. Hey, so shake it like you don't care. I shake it up everywhere. And I can bake cakes by the pound. Blow the whistle 'cause I love that sound. And we can just keep going round. I'm ready for another round. Go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Hey, hey, go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Like what's the middle?
Panic hammer to the middle of the dance floor. I think there's something going down. Shorty backing goods like a transport, and I ain't never seen something so round. How round? Round like a planet in orbit, round like a b-ball. 23 Jordan, dunking on default. Automatic forces attract me to females. I look this gorgeous. How did you even come in existence? Hey, or did you just appear out in an instance? You got me all driven, revving my pistons. I wonder if she like the stick shift. Hey, count it for and make a wish. I wish that shorty keep it lit. 'Cause if I shoot my shot, I won't miss. No backboard, gotta sound like swish.
Go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Hey, hey, go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Like work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work out, work out, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work out, work out, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work out, work out, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work out, work out.
Today, from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's Week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Baltimore Ravens taking on the New York Giants.
They love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we are at M&T Bank Stadium down near the inner harbor of Baltimore. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the New York Giants. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They come in off another victory a weekend ago. That ran their win streak up to 7 now.
And I think that win last week established them as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with confidence and swagger, and you need that to go a long way.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, it's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
So here come the Ravens now, ready to get the football for the first time. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
And he is hot, hot, hot. Yeah, okay, so there's a blemish in there, right? He did throw one interception in the last game.
But 5 touchdown passes.
Okay, that's the offset you want.
I say bench him. 5 touchdowns, 1 interception.
You are tough, coach. I thought the ratio was if you got to 3-1, your quarterback was operating at peak efficiency. 5-1.
And a win.
And a win? Yeah, just let him keep throwing it.
The tackle there by the safety, Xavier McKinney. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And just bowling over tacklers. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
And you know he wants to make the most of every carry because he competes with his quarterback. Lamar Jackson, 4 carries and yardage. But Mark Ingram, over 1,000 yards last season. And then the Ravens went out and drafted J.K. Dobbins out of Ohio State in the 2nd round. So now the Ravens potentially have 2 guys to pair with Lamar Jackson in the run game. Wishbone formation, anyone?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram.
Mark Ingram, the ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And 7.
To get this to the 24 on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. They're running. Ingram. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. This is Ingram. Busts through the tackle. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Back to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with second down coming up. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well.
Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. You do the analysis partner with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws, and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And the Ravens lead at 7-0. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. One away. A short kick taken at the 18. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The Giants go to work on offense for the first time, and it's Daniel Jones leading the way, the number 6 pick in the 2019 draft.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. He fakes the give here and looks to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 13 carries, 68 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
From the 16, Jones, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Sterling Shepard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And if you blinked, you probably missed that touchdown drive. It happened in a hurry.
I was just putting mustard on my hot dog, and all of a sudden he's in the end zone. I've got to do a better job of paying attention with his quick strike offense.
I thought you weren't going to tell your wife about the hot dogs in the booth thing.
I just did, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. You did. Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Ravens heading out on offense as we look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And for them right now, not a done deal. They are holding down one of the final 3 wildcard spots with 2 weeks to go. But there are others, Charles, kind of nipping at their heels a bit.
And Brandon, it's always worth keeping in mind, and I have to keep writing it down for myself. Remember, it's 7 teams in each conference now making the playoffs. So that brings more important games to the end of the season. So in theory, more teams alive for a postseason berth later in the year.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Hey, man, let's play our game.
So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
After the penalty, it's Ingram. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. His first carry, their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Quick slant to Brown. And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get advantage that way.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first it's good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Malcolm Butler dialed the corner blitz and earned the sack.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. And he's going to look that one in one-handed. What a catch for a touchdown.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes it's just understanding who you got out wide and who you got throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well.
6-play drive. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown.
Giants 7.
Short kick taken at the 18. A dangerous return man showing it here.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft,
defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Darius Slayton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy set the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Entertaining start, 14 all the score on EA Sports.
14-14.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle here, Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards on that one, and a Raven first.
You always worry about that smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now a first carry for their fullback. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
They definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he's going to get this pretty close to the 1st down marker at the Giants' 15-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
I'll be giving up respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through and picking up 1st downs.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Ingram. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens have broken the tie. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Tucker now to add the point after. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So the drive lines up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it's Mark Ingram who caps it off with a touchdown run. One away. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drives exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Jones from the gun, he'll throw. Catch made by Slayton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Looking for his receiver, Sharp, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that there.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown on the season as the Ravens push further out in front. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Tucker now for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. That drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. Then plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Pettis now on the return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
Lions take over 1st and 10.
The focus shifts back to Daniel Jones and company. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say, I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, but he doesn't need to change much personally. Looking for shit. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Off the play fake, Jones. And it's caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Tate bringing it in for the Giant touchdown. Golden Tate hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today is track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far. Fun to watch. Gano the extra point, and they're within 7 now at 28-21. Gano now, following the touchdown, here to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And we shift our attention to Mark Ingram. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself, at this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play call. Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Intended for Marquise Brown. Incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. We get a look at Sterling Shepard as he and the rest of the offense march out into place. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. for it with Barkley. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
A loss of 3. Brings up second and goal at the 10-yard line.
Coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman of the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
Jones now. Going to throw on 3rd and goal. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. He showed off the athletic juke, but it didn't buy him a whole lot of real estate. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, on is Graham Gano for the Giants field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that'll bring him back within 4.
28, Giants 24.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Taking it about the 1. And it takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The ball switches back over to Mark Ingram and the Ravens. And he's made it easy for us to put together a highlight package. Just wondering what he ate before this one started.
Let's include that in the package, right? Get the gourmet out here, figure it all out, and you're guaranteed he'll do that going forward as well, because with a game like this, you don't want to change things too much. Oh, yeah, you also want to continue to get that great blocking he's received today, too.
Yeah, kudos to the guys up front indeed. It's complete to Brown, right side. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
If you're a fan of offensive football, this game has suited you well. Both offenses continuing to move the ball with relative ease.
Yeah, and if you're a fan of defensive football, you're not having so much fun watching this one. And these coordinators, they're going to be scrambling to figure out a way to counter so far. It may just come down to which one of these defenses can make one stop that could change the course of this game. That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route, moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Complete. It's Brown. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And this is caught. Touchdown. Willie Snead. As the first half is winding down, and the Ravens will add on to their lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. He's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys.
Through an opening, and there he goes. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And here on the road, that could be a huge score for their morale in the second half.
Every team has confidence going into the start of games, but sometimes you get it rocked a little bit, and it certainly applies here for them. But guess what? Just what you said, this touchdown can give them a belief back that they can win in the second half.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. And it is the Jets who have the lead in that one. Frank Gore with a touchdown run. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they trail in their ball game at halftime to the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they trail the visiting Buccaneers as that game has gone to the half. Ronald Jones has a touchdown run. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Fielded near the back of the end zone. And the half will begin with a touchback. Now here comes Daniel Jones and the Giants again. He has been solid. His team, on the other hand, trailing right now on the scoreboard. But as we get a look at the highlights, he's been good.
He's been very good and continues to be so. And you see great evidence of that as we watch the highlight reel. He's trying to figure out what more it's going to take to rally his team to try and get them back in a position to win it.
We'll find out if he can do just that as we continue. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Now Jones. And Ingram holds it in. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16.
New York.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
Jones throwing complete here to Tate. And he's got this down to the 35. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
He's taken the few.
Run against this unit, especially down here. Just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
And Barkley did not get there. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I apologize in advance, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll run with Barkley, and he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. Saquon Barkley denied on 4th down, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. So he needed the short yardage, Charles. He elected to try to bounce it outside of the outer third, unsuccessful.
Sometimes those plays are stacked up by the defense, and there's nowhere to go, so you have to bounce it outside. And some backs just get impatient. They want to go to where they think there's more open territory instead of going where the play was actually blocked. In any case, it didn't work here.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
That's good.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a pickup on 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now back to throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. The toss right. This is Ingram. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he will have the Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. This from right around the 6. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
Well, I think we all know the turnovers have a way of deciding games, and before you say something snarky, I realize that's not particularly astute. But in this case, how about the evidence right here in the 3rd quarter? They've got the lead, moving the football, things looking good, and then...
Yeah, so now a flip on the scoreboard with that pick 6, and I don't know, the rest of this second half shaping up to be very interesting. Gano now to add the extra point. And that one gives him a 3-point lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time, decent field position, through the pick six, obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much. It's caught inside the 25.
Let's get that swagger, y'all.
Way in for the Ravens touchdown. Big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You can see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Tucker now to add the point after. And that will make this a 4-point game. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Now on the return. A good return up past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. New York ready to go again offensively. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. To throw again, Jones. That's complete to Slayton. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Catch number 44 on the year. It's a first down.
Giants, first down.
On first down, Barkley. A good burst there, gets him 7 up to midfield.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? And the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
At the 50.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. They'll run on first down. Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I remember.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but just show them a lot of different looks. And they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Giants on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. From the gun, Jones. Oh, no, he lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
They're on 20-yard line.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. So when you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now, to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick. You'll forgive me if I get excited about what we just saw there, won't you? I know I'm supposed to be neutral here, but those were terrific plays back-to-back defensively. They know what the mission is. They've got to force a punt here if they want to have a chance to win the game.
They absolutely do. Steps 1 and 2 done. Now they need this 3rd step. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Here we go on 4th down. Still going.
And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You take in charge.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Well, and then open down the middle of the field. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 45-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. For the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still 2nd down.
So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. He'll drop to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 35. 16 yards on that one, and a Raven first. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Ingram, he's been busy today. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 14. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Tucker now for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive 12 plays in length. And it was finished off on a 14-yard touchdown run. This one away, and off it goes. Very short kick taken right at the 20. A good-looking return set up here.
Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Here's is the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. And he'll drop here to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
Jones pass.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's got his man on the out route.
Jones pass.
They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Here's Jones on 3rd and 2. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he will have a Giants 1st down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This ball complete. Jones to Ingram. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. And coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Ingram. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Ingram again. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Justin Tucker now for the Raven field goal try. Right hash, 37-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good. And that will get the lead up to 14.
Here's the score. Ravens 52. Giants 48.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to sock this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up top, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep and beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So now Jones and the Giants down by 2 touchdowns. A minute 11 to go. They're going to need a Christmas miracle to pull this one out as they've got it 1st and 10. Jones throwing on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Mark Ingram now gears up to help lead this offense back out there. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you're doing across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case,
the Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here.
listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Charles, it's one thing to win, it's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. What were they clicking on offense?
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Ravens, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they hit double digits in losses as they fall to 5-10. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Yeah. Even with a sprain, hey, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power. Hey, look at my dogs. Way back then, claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did the little go miss? Ay, how she was major, she mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we caught a little rhythm. She caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Yeah. Even with a sprain, hey, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked. Can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I done. Wait. Need a light year just to catch my buzz. He's right here just to catch my cub. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? I said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's broke to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, hey, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it?